Welcome to part 1 of our little Oktoberfest, and one thing that can't be missing there is sauerkraut. And this is actually pretty easy to make because you only need a cabbage, some salty salt and thyme. Remove the big leaves from the outside of the cabbage as well as the stalk. Then weight all of the cabbage, and this is an important step because you need the exact weight of the cabbage to get the right amount of salt. After that you can start to slice your cabbage as thin as possible, but make sure to keep your hands safe. And luckily with this glove you don't have to worry about your fingers and just slice everything as fast as possible because this can take a while. But it's definitely worth it to make sauerkraut from scratch because the homemade ones are really healthy for your gut due to all of the bacteria from the fermentation, which are often killed in the store-bought ones. For the sauerkraut you need 2% of salty sea salt, so just multiply the amount of cabbage with 0.02. And it's really important to use some salt without iodine because that could prevent the fermentation. Now you only have to do a little arm workout because you have to knead the cabbage to destroy its structure and to get all of the liquid. So don't worry if you think you have too much cabbage because this will shrink pretty much now, and this was not even the whole cabbage. The liquid that you get now is a brine, and it's important because otherwise the sauerkraut can dry out or get bad. When you have enough liquid, squeeze that out and give the sauerkraut into a clean jar. Press that down as tight as possible so that no air can get in, and if you want you can also add in some bay leaves or caraway seeds in between the layers. After that you can top it with the remaining liquid and make sure that everything is in the brine. And the easiest and safest way to be sure of that is to use a fermentationsgewicht. But otherwise you can also cover everything with a big leaf and then top it with something heavy like a small glass. Now it's also important to close the jar only loosely so that the air that is created during the fermentation can escape. Let the sauerkraut ferment at room temperature until you like the taste, and then place it somewhere cold and dark to slow down the fermentation. And of course you can also make a taste test of this one, but it will be pretty salty. So make sure to stay tuned for the Qualitätskontrolle to see what else you can make with the sauerkraut and all of the other recipes for the Oktoberfest. And yeah, you should definitely not try the brine because that is far too salty.